Hey, it's Daniel. Welcome to Your Average Anomaly, where awesome and inspiring experiences are always the average. I recently had a chance to sit down with my sister Ann and talk about what it's like growing up with a mom in a wheelchair. Let's go ahead and hit that like and subscribe really quick, and let's get going. I thought appropriate for the first episode, we talked about my life and the not so average things that I've been a part of in my average life. To help me do that, I have my sister Ann. We grew up in the suburbs, 3-bedroom, two-bath house.
Happy?
Were we happy?
Yes.
We're happy. We're happy. We're happy. What is it that we got to experience?
Our mom was in a wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
Our
entire life.
She was completely confined. She has no sense of balance. She was born with cerebral palsy.
I had to look this up because my mom always said, I have cerebral palsy. I'm like, okay, cool.
You have cerebral palsy?
You're in a wheelchair, you can't balance.
Sweet.
What does cerebral palsy mean? I'm 28 years old and I finally looked up what that means. So essentially it's a disorder of the brain that happens before birth but can happen at birth where the brain is damaged. And it messes up the part of the brain that handles muscle tone, balance, coordination, motor skills. So, growing up with mom in a wheelchair, I'm being the older one, I got to be the guinea pig and she got to learn how to be a parent while not being able to physically do things that most parents can. And I think, in my experience, that taught me a whole lot more. I got a whole lot more out of that than anybody else.
Yeah.
Seriously. She couldn't reach squat.
Nope, she couldn't walk, she couldn't chase after us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she changed our diapers.
She could do that.
I guess changing tables.
Change
but we change our own children, and they are like little wrestlers, and you have to pin them with your feet and your arms, and somehow change their diaper with your mouth or something because you ran out of things to hold them down with. Not really.
Are you sure you're changing children? Because that doesn't describe any of my kids.
Okay, I used 2 feet to pin them down and then 2 hands to change.
I can see that now. Yep, been there, done that. Yep.
Try to distract them with the dog, but how would
that.
she do that with only 2 hands? If we are very responsible babies, apparently.
Apparently, we just came like
angels. I had a mild case of colic for a year.
I hated her for that. Dude, we learned we couldn't run away from our mom.
No.
Our mom couldn't chase after us. So what's the fun in that?
Well, I like to run away because that is my free spirit. So she hooked a dog lead to my overalls. She'd hook them, clasped it on, and as soon as I ran, bonk, she would boink me back. So I fell in the bum a few times.
Yeah, I never ran.
Oh, she loved overalls because she could pick us up.
Yeah, that's how you got. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that's how you picked up. Mm-hmm. As soon as I was able to reach the knobs on the washing machine and the dryer, as soon as you're top holders and stuff, as soon as I was able to reach it or climb up and reach it, it was over. I was doing my own laundry from that time on.
Yep.
Yeah,
same story.
She'd come and she'd supervise.
The real fun part, yes, we could reach the knobs, but the fun part was taking the laundry out of the washing machine because it was a top loader, and we were 4 years old. We often were head almost high centered.
Yeah, we were definitely high centered on that washing machine.
We were high centered with our head in the washing machine, grabbing clothes out, and then kind of bouncing off and then throwing them. Our tummies.
I can remember the washer on the ribs.
That's right. Yeah. It was an Aberca. I had a 4-pack as a kid. I did. I worked hard at it, but I ended up with a 4-pack. To get to work, she didn't have a car, so she had a little powered scooter.
Scooter.
It was a little red powered scooter that had a seat and that had a handle that came up from the bottom of it with that she would and zoom around. But how we would ride is, I think you would ride your bike.
No, not before. This is before we got the bike. Before I could ride a bike. Yeah, she plopped you on her lap.
No, I was on the floor.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
How do you think we discovered that position?
Never thought of that.
And, being little enough, plopped on her lap. Boom. Well, where am I supposed to ride? I can't stand on the back. There's not enough room. I stand on the front. She can't see where she's going. And I was little enough, hey, there's a little spot there on the floor. So I jumped in between her legs on the floorboard of this four-wheeled scooter. And I'm my legs over the front wheel wells and handlebar thing. I was right there. And sit there, your head's right here. So guess what I did?
Had to go off to one side or the other.
So what you did is you're okay, you ready? Yep. So you're riding here like this.
I remember I always had my neck to this side.
So we go to this daycare center and we would hang out with the kids, do our thing, but we'd always be right there to help our mom if she needed something.
We would get her curriculum, her books, her supplies. We'd set them up. We would demonstrate to the other kids how things would work, what to do. If there was a song she wanted to teach them, we often had to stand in front and teach the kids. We would sing the song with them and show all the actions that she couldn't do. So if they're stomping or whatever, it was our job to be her hands and legs and sometimes mouth. I meant like singing, because she couldn't sing. So
she wouldn't sing. She doesn't.
So guess who got to sing? This gal.
Okay. One thing about having a mom in a wheelchair is, sometimes she's just physically having bad days. And so she just couldn't get out of bed some days. Her body was just hurting. So
she would be in bed till noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes 2.
And, being 7, 8, 9-year-old kids, we knew we were pretty independent by this time.
At 3, we were making our own breakfast. She would leave out like little individual things of cereal and then the sippy cup of milk in the fridge. Yeah. And we could go and put the milk on the cereal and then go watch our favorite cartoon.
Yeah, there's stuff like that. Just really easy things. I was about 8 when she taught me how to cook.
I was about 7 when I learned how to operate the stove and cook with the frying pan and stuff.
I was about 7 or 8 too. She taught me how to make eggs, scrambled eggs, grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yep.
Quesadillas.
Very popular.
Very popular. Grew up on
sandwiches. We knew how to completely handle a knife by the time we were like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We could slice our own tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, whatever we needed.
Yeah, it's like so this one time I was staying at a friend's house. I was like 8 at the time. They were making our mom breakfast in bed, and their older sister's like 13, 14, 13, I think she's 13 at the time, and we're making this like French toast and fruit and stuff, and they're all delegating jobs and stuff, and she's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I'll make the French toast, and I'm like 8, and she's like, I'm making the French toast. You sure? Because I can make it. No, I'm making it. What else do you want to do? I'm like, all right, I'll cut the grapefruit. You're gonna cut the grapefruit. I was like, just give me the knife. I got this. No problems.
We often were underestimated at our friend's house because the parents didn't expect us to just jump in like kitchen duties, things like doing the dishes or just cooking, making salads, cutting things up, because their own kids at our age didn't really do it. So when we would just say, yeah, we can cut this up for you. Yeah, we know how to operate the stove. Yeah, we can cook this for you. There was just like...
And not even that. They were just more shocked. We were like, hey, can we help you with dinner?
Yeah, that too. Because we had to.
So we had to. It was like mom was making dinner and she needed help.
Yeah.
Like she'd operate the hard stuff, but we were always doing the side things, setting the table, pulling, making the salads, just stuff like that.
It was just life for us. It was completely normal. So having friends that didn't have to do things like that was
weird.
It was really weird, like that they didn't know basic life
things. Yeah, we're like 7, 8, 9 years old, and
we know what a checkbook is. We know how to fill out a check. We knew our mother's social security number.
Yeah. I still have it memorized from all the time.
I do too. I remember going into the bank and helping her.
Yeah, there's a bank at inside our local grocery store, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, we used to go in there all the time with her. And then one day she called and was like, "Hey, this is so and so. If I send my kids in, can they cash a check?"
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Send them on in. And then began our a relationship with the bankers.
Yeah, we loved the bankers. They gave us free piggy banks and suckers.
So yeah,
I mean, they always give them suckers.
Call me bud.
I don't remember any of them. I just remember barely getting my eyes over the counter or the top of my head. Or it was life achievement when my nose could finally get over the counter. I measured my growth by their counter.
Yeah.
And reaching the pen for my mom. So it was just like, then pulling the pen down for her, which was my level. So I'd be like, here, Mom.
The reach, yeah. We were learning, same with something out of the bank, gas stations too.
Oh,
we went to the same gas station every time. And then we always called them up, or I ran and asked the attendant if they could come help us pump some gas. I'm like, yeah, sure. Came out, pumped the gas. And after about 10 times of doing that, I was like, whatever, I got this.
Yeah.
So I'm 7, 8 years old, pumping the gas.
Yeah.
My mom's in there, just window roll down. Okay, now do this. Okay, do that. Touch the button. Okay, do it. And we're off to the races.
Yeah, I think I was 11 the first time I had to pump gas. So I got to be slightly older. Go in, give them the cash, say what pump it was. As an 11-year-old, go back to the van, figure it out, and pump a car full of gas. Most people don't do that until they get their first car or they're like 16. And then they have these stories of like spilling gas all over themselves. He's a good teacher.
There's a lot of stuff that, you know, as kids, grocery shopping, going to libraries, walking down the street, riding your bikes to the McDonald's when you're 8, 9 years old to go because you wanted a Big Mac, and mom was like, oh,
I want a Big Mac.
I want a Big Mac.
Go get me one.
Will you be willing to go ride the bike? Yeah, sure, I'll ride my bike down the road to the big McDonald's. Yeah, no problem. I used to do that all the time. 7 or 8 is when things really started becoming more independent.
Yeah, we'd go grocery shopping by ourselves. She'd give us a list, give us the money. And it was just, at that point she finally did have a van, but it was a process to get in and out of that van.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Easier, quote unquote.
Easier to send the kids in, which it was a lot faster, and we were fast.
We were fast. Like, we didn't care that we had to do it. Like, this is normal for us.
Yeah.
But it was faster, and we love faster.
Yes.
We love
We have
faster.
patience. We have so much patience. But when we could cut corners, we would.
Oh, yeah.
We had to have the patience of Job for my mom to get out of the van.